Hello, everybody. We're back. We're still coloring in Ava Brown's Mermaids. I hope everybody switches over to the new stream. Unfortunately, these things do happen, and we are using our spray markers, and this is pastel rose. So hopefully... So then we did that. I'm hoping that we don't get Buffy. Guys, I'm sorry that Buffy happens, but she does happen, and she's annoying when she happens. And this is number 77. Some of my sprays have started to dry up, so I'm going to have to get another set of these soon. I'll tell you right now, I like these more than I like the Cali Arts. I know for some people that's like, how could you like those more? I wanted to try the Tau Trees, but unfortunately right now they're sold out, so. Hello, Joy. We were on before, but what happened was Buffy kept on interfering, so hopefully Buffy does not interfere. I don't know why buffering happens. It's just like something you cannot control. And we are coloring from Ava Brown's Mermaids. Now, this is an untouched book, basically. So that means basically I can use that to complete 2 of my monthly goals. One of my goals this month was to color in an Ava Brown, and 2 to color in an uncolored book. So I was hoping that my new Holbein pencils would come, but not everything comes when you want to. Thank you. Some of my markers have started to dry up. Today I had a green, yellow, and orange one dry up on me today because I was coloring a lot with those colors, especially for the I did a rose window today. I finished a rose window today, so. With mermaids, you can do all kinds of things with them. Like, I like that this book has a lot of different kinds of mermaids. It has the chibi kind, and then it has the more mature kind. Then it has the in between. This isn't exactly a chibi in my mind. This is more like an anime or manga girl type of thing. So. I'm seriously thinking of rebuying the set again, the 128 set again, just because I love these markers so much and they complemented what I didn't have in my Copics. You know, here's what I say about people who say, well, you should only get one brand of marker. You know, in my mind, you should have two brands of markers. And I'll tell you why. I think you should have an expensive set and then you should have a budget friendly set because, like, you should have an expensive set, either like the Copics, the Winsor and Newtons, or even the Blix, which are more expensive. And then you can get a less expensive one to fill in the gaps of those expensive markers that you don't have. To me, everything is different, you know, like, you know, someone said to me, why don't you like this or why don't you like that? It's not that I don't like it, it's just different, you know. We all like different things, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Mint green 56. Then you get the green. You know, today I saw the first episode of The Winter Soldier and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think it's going to be one of their better series. I think it's going to be more comedic, and it's going to take a darker tone, deep olive green. I think it's important to try new illustrators too, because then we get a sense of what we want in a book and not want in a book. Hi, Danielle. How are you? We are good today. This is the second attempt. The first attempt we were on for like a few minutes, but the last few minutes it was doing what we call we had Buffy issues. Let's hope we don't have those again. And yes, I did get my stimulus money, but I got to save it because I don't know what my tax situation is until the credit goes through, until we get that software in the office. So I'll explain what's going on. So, I come back to work, I give my boss my tax info. So he eventually does it, but then he says, do you have any money in the bank? So then when we do it, I get a shocking bill, to say the least, because unemployment insurance didn't take the right amount of taxes out. So then, because I didn't have enough money in the bank to pay it, we decided, I go to my boss, can I pay that off in installments? He goes, yeah, you can, but let's wait. And then because that weekend, the stimulus bill got announced, and then all of a sudden, so then the 10,000, what happened with the stimulus bill, how do I best explain this, was they said the first 10,200 of your unemployment insurance would be not taxed. So for some of us, that's a big relief. So then, now what happens is I gotta wait. I got lost because I was concentrating on coloring. We all do that. So then what happens is now we gotta wait for the tax software to update with the new credit, and then we gotta learn how to properly apply the new credit. So then we gotta see what my tax bill will be. In my luck, it'll probably be very expensive. And this is Ivory. This is your friend. No, but you know what? You know this, Danielle, I didn't know this. And I'm not the only one in this situation, Danielle, but they tried to make, Biden tried to make it right by doing the first 10,200 is not taxable. But the rest of your money will be after that. Don't have any skin tones. Hold on. We need to get the skin tone. We need to get the skin tone. Who has skin tones? We have skin tones. Ow! Stupid card. Right on my foot too. I hate this chair. It's not right to pay for the error, but you kind of knew that this was a reality, possibly. And my mother was always saying to me, "Pay my money, pay my money, pay my money." Here, guys, I'm just taking this out. I found a skin tone. So it's like buyer beware. I hate when it bubbles thing. Okay. E11. This is what you do when you don't have skin tone. You use your Copics for the skin tone. I have my Copics down here in my sheet. It's like anything else, you know this, right? That beach was that's I think that's beach. We'll make that beach. E11 beige. Hi, Carol. My brush is really stiff because I haven't used this color in a really long time, the beige. Well, of course it leaks. What else is new whenever you use a Copic? After the stream is over today, I'll clean off the barrel with a wet wipe. $32 spray. I can never get sand just right. You know what I mean? Like there's a way to do sand. Somebody did this. Who I saw somebody do a whole tutorial on how to do sand video. I was like, kind of like, I tried to replicate the sand, and I could not replicate the grains of sand. The way the girl did the grains of sand. We'll just say the girl got tan lines. A mermaid has tan lines. I must say I was very impressed with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I really liked it a lot. Nobody tells you this trick. There's a trick to get into really smooth lines. So Marcus, if you go faster, you do it in a circular motion. I forget who taught me that, but I remember someone saying if you go in a circular motion, you get less streaks. I was thinking we make these purple and we make the rest blue. That's okay, Joanna. We had to actually restart because the first 10 minutes were actually we had buffer in the first 10 minutes, so it was like this is number 77. I also showed my two new diamond painting pens. I have a diamond painting obsession, Joanna, too. Where I diamond paint as well. My latest painting, not the small one I'm working up on over here, but my big one downstairs. I think this is actually not purple, but it's like a bluish violet. That's what I think the color is. So it's always something, you know. I have my Chuck Pinson downstairs because the thing is so big it fits my whole table. Dwarfs my table, I should say, rather. trying to look for my blue. Number 63. Now, some people say you shouldn't make a line around where you just colored, but I do because sometimes I need to know where that line is. The idea of that is to make sure you don't go over. Chuck, I'm doing a Chuck actually. I showed yesterday in Shalene's stream where I was with my Chuck Pinson. Like I try and do a little bit every day, and I'm learning how to do my multi-placing. $37, $38, $39, $41, $42, $43, $44, $45. I have at least 50 diamond pens. Chuck Penson's paintings are amazing. Hey, Robin. How is my lovely Miss Robin doing today? Miss Robin didn't get to see the new pen. This pen was a. Oh, don't go yet, Miss Robin will like this one. This is the new pen from Corby Bender. It's a pen. Not yet. I think I'll have yours, probably two of yours, up soon on my video thing. It's just got to keep adding videos, so it's all about. This one I showed in Miss Shalene's stream. There was also a little red one, which I put back. So this one is from Corby Bender. He is an Etsy shop. So this is 6 colors, but look at that sparkle. You guys really don't get to see the sparkle in this. So he has some really, and even though the pen is big, it has a really nice multi-placer, and I'm doing like 4 in it. Now some people go, well, 4 is nothing really. For me, 4 is fine because I'm not a big time multi-placer. So when you don't use multi-places a lot, you're like a machine, Robin. I can't even keep up with you. You're like a machine. You know what I say when I get small little streaks? That's just. My God, you're like a machine, Robin. I can't even. Where do you find the time and energy to do it? I'm like, sometimes I barely have any energy. Then other days I have like lots and lots of energy. And we're coloring Ava Brown's mermaids. Oh, my mother. I know, right? I want my hour back too. I wish they would cancel daylight savings time. Why do we even have it? It's so stupid. Mm. Yesterday, me and my mother, I should say, me and my mother together cooked it. We cooked pork chops. hmm Because literally, I went to the store, grabbed some groceries. And some of these markers are starting to die out on me, the sprays. They're very good markers. I'm just an excessive user of them. So keep that in mind when you use your markers excessively. You might have to rebuy them a lot more. Well, what happened was I went to the good store, which is Jubilee, not the crappy store. The problem with the crappy store is you get meat, but it's like all prepackaged, so you don't really know where it's coming from. So all the meat is like really expensive. Like, I literally had my phone on me. So then I'm like telling her what's available in the meat department. So, and I'm going over the prices, the sizes of the meat, what's had the cuts. And my mother goes, no, yep, the pork chops, because they were the cheapest thing. Well, I shouldn't say the cheapest thing, but the most affordable thing on the menu that they had at the supermarket as far as meat. But it's insane how much meat has gone up since the pandemic, and it's really a shame because I love eating meat. And we've really, me and my mother have cut back on eating our meat, which means our protein has to be met somewhere else. Aren't they? Like, it's just ridiculous. $18 a pound for flank steaks. Now, I love flank steaks. I love steaks, but steaks are so expensive to eat now. I'm like, it's insane. I've had to go to places like 55 Fulton Market, which is our key food in the neighborhood, to get meat at decent prices. And even then, I'm not sure that the food's decent enough. I wash, I clean it, I freeze it when I need to freeze the meat and things like that. And me and my mother always, when we're in the store together, me and my mother go, okay, is that on sale? How much is that? Jesus, $9 for chicken breast. It's insane. How many? Just for one, or is it for two? If it's for one, that's insane. So when I'm not shopping with my mother, it's different. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's just what I can fit into the Roman cart. So if she goes with me, then we both take both carts to roll. It's like those little bags. Me and my mother are like the people who shopping cart with the wheelies. And we put our food in the wheelie containers. I know, right? And it's like, yeah, make things last as long as you can make them last. I noticed that both me and my mother are different kinds of shoppers too. Like where I'm like, I know what I want. Like my mother's the kind of shopper that goes down the aisle when we go shopping together. You all know it because you all have relatives that do this when you shop. How many of us have these relatives? No, do not try out. Thank you, Joanna. Who is John, Joanna? Is that your boyfriend, husband, son? When you shop and do the grocery, you're going to buy the things you want to buy. When you're shopping with another person, you got to remember compromise is always the name of the game. Like if I'm paying for it, then I get to decide ultimately what I want. But if my mother's paying for it, then she ultimately decides what gets put in that basket. So keep that in mind when you're shopping with other people. Me and my mother do very well with the grocery together. And I have the micro dots on my list, Miss Robin, of things to get the glue dots. You know, now because of my having an iPhone and with the better camera, my mother can see the food that I'm going to be buying or meat. Like sometimes I'm in the store and I'll call her up and say, listen, this is what they have. What do you want from this list? And then I show her with through the camera what you want. And that helps tremendously with things, you know. Then my mother will ask me, well, how much is it? How many of them? That is very good. Sorry, that message was put on hold. I guess some people could consider that a dirty comment. I love shopping online. Like I shop for so many of my books, my supplies, my trays, my diamond pens online. Mm. Well, it depends on what you're shopping for online, I guess, you know. I love shopping Amazon. I love shopping Etsy. But then again, I get things that I really like online. This is one of my goal pieces this year. To color at least one picture in Ava Brown, so I'm doing it today. I was like, I saw all my Ava Browns, and I'm like, I don't have a single picture colored in Ava Brown. Hold on, this could be important. No, you get those beeps. You're like, okay, why am I being beeped on my phone? I never like shopping in stores. I'm not a shopper person. I like avoiding people. I'm the opposite. Except for clothes shopping. Clothes shopping, I actually miss going in the booths and getting to try on the clothes. I do miss that. Come in there. Do you ever hate when your markers start to dry up because you can feel it as you're coloring with them? Well, these are starting to dry up. When you can tell they're drying? When they stop being juicy. Don't you hate when you can't find what you're looking for? So you're looking forward to your moving to Indiana, Michelle? Yeah, I'd be sad leaving the place that I've always known, but you know what? It's also a new opportunity to live somewhere new, get to meet new people. Now our C is done. You know, you have to look at moving like anything else. Think of it as like a new experience, a new adventure. Purple. I look at moving as an opportunity. You can't look at everything as a bad thing. Cool gray. I don't get to use my grays a lot. Is cool gray or green gray? This is cool gray 1. I think that's a perfectly natural way to feel about things. White. This is an ivory pencil. It's really nice. I love the polychromos. I think that's understandable in your situation, how you feel, Michelle. It's like, I would feel incredibly sad too under those circumstances. And what color do we like to do it? Looking for the color. I'm thinking about which color I want to do it. Do I want to do it bright or do I want to do it dark? It's telling me F04, which is fluorescent orange. Just make it a different color. No one could have predicted that this virus pandemic would be this horrible on the world. This is what you do when your markers start to dry. Use the big part of your muzzle so you get the most out of it. And then this one is dying. I think it's time we do a timeless love tonic. That one would take a few days, maybe a few streams to do. I'm thinking about doing one of those. Someone asked me which are my favorite pencils to use and which are my favorite markers. I would say the sprays are my favorite budget-friendly markers, but overall I like the Copics, even though I have some major issues with refilling them. But I'm okay with that, saw the baby doll, the reborn baby doll, and Anne's cat putting his paw and putting his head over the doll picture. Yeah, Anne has these things called reborn babies that she's collecting. Oh my god, those babies look so real lifelike. And they're cute. Aren't they cute, those babies? They look so real. I don't want one. I don't need another copy collecting things. I get one, then I'll start get one and another one. And I guess this could count for Color Your Hoard since it's an untouched book. I thought having an Ava Brown book would be good for us to do something very different. Because, you know, I do the Meet of Victoria, I do Jade Summer, I do a Kirby now and then. We haven't done a Johanna one in a while. So would you guys like a Johanna one, a Maria Trolle, a Tomislav Tomic? So we have colored that now. Took us 2 streams because there's like a 10-minute stream before this one, and then we had to start over because, so you see, she wants a Johanna. I want a Tomislav. My mother's telling me I can't have any more pencils. Yeah, when you spelled it last time, it came up really weird name. I was like, Joanna, what? I was like, you know. So blue and purple are starting to fade a little bit. These two have started to fade a little bit, so yeah, we know what happened last time, right? So these faded. These are starting to fade. This orange didn't fade as much as I thought it is. It's just because it's fluorescent. You know, when you use the fluorescent markers, they have a tendency to do weird stuff. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. This is the cover of the book. She actually has this, I think, in a grayscale version now, Ava Brown. So I'm not getting the grayscale books. Like now when I see Ava Brown books, if she comes out with something new, I'm like, there are 2 other books I want, but I want to wait till they come out in grayscale before I get the line art. Because every time I get the line art, then she comes out with the grayscale book a week later. So this is the book that we colored from today. Mermaids Coloring Book by Ava Brown. So that's the thing that we did today. So just going to put this there. So that way I know to put these in the trash. No, and I do not show my empties at the end of the month like some people. So also this is one that this is the picture that I used up the colors in, 3 colors in. So I'll just show you what I worked in on I now only have 7 pictures left in this book. This was not one of my 10 books to finish. I really should have finished this one and put this as my finished ones because I'm always working in this one. So this is the new one that I just did. Green, orange, and yellow. Yeah, I used up all these colors in this one. This is the Rose Windows one. So that's the one I did. So I haven't even posted it. I had actually finished it this morning while I was watching The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that is Creative Haven. I think I have, what do I have left this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 left in this. 7 left, Michelle. I think there's a good chance I will finish this book before the end of the year. Maybe not this month, but I think within the next 2 or 3 months, maybe I will finish the book. This is the small diamond painting, if anybody is curious. This one comes from Diamond Painting Depot. This is the one that I've been doing. So this is what I've gotten done of the small one, the 40 by 31. So just so you guys know that I am doing them, just slowly. So this is the one that I'm doing right now. So you guys get to see what it looks like. So this one comes from Diamond Painting Depot. So it's a smaller one. And then I'm also doing the Chuck Pinson one. So I want to show you guys that. So you guys can see what I'm doing. There's no trickery. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this today. So this is the picture we finished today. I'm so glad we got an Ava Brown on this one because I had been meaning to do an Ava Brown, but I never got around to doing one. So this is my first Ava Brown picture in this book. So it's a color your hoard. So I hope and the other thing is Creative Haven. If you're watching this, please make a Creative Haven Rose Windows 2. I would love it if they would make a second book of that in that series. So thank you very much for coming, and everybody have a good day and be well, be safe. Remember to wear your mask, socially distance, and stay 6 feet apart and wash your hands. Bye, everybody.